It's got like overactivity, but then
Yeah.
again, if you kind of look at the part, that frontal lobe that kind of tells you, yes or no, or stops you from making a bad choice. Mine gets a little sleepy sometimes when I'm not doing, especially when it comes to the diet. When my diet isn't, it's annoying because I do like to. One, I'm country, so I like to eat bad food. I had never. My mom used to get mad if I would tell her I don't want butter. Like my mom is
Butter's
like,
great for you.
Yeah, now I'm fine, but I just remember growing up. My mom, we ate frozen waffles and all that. We don't know anything about nutrition.
Right.
I grew up on that country diet, and so I learned a lot. I mark a lot of I guess kind of like my grounding in the weight that I have, to my diet, to my supplementing, to my maintenance, to the diligence, to the sport that being an entertainer is.
It is a sport.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
Are you the boss?
Yes, I'm the boss.
You're the boss.
I'm the boss.
Do you have a mentor? Do you have someone that you can consult with when shit is weird?
I send faxes back and forth to Dolly Parton because that's how she communicates.
Oh shit!
That's how we communicate.
Listen, that if you need a mentor, that's the mentor.
Exactly.
And there's a woman who's done it.
And I kind of, I try to kind of, my life moves so fast. I try to kind of send her a little kind of rundown of what's going on every
By
other
fax?
month.
You guys fax
She
each other?
faxes me, then I send an email and they fax to her. They email the
something
fax to
amazing
me.
about that.
Yeah, it is. She records everything on the cassette and all that. But
She
so
records it on a cassette.
and so I have actually a recording of her saying it. It's somewhere. It's on the beginning of Rainbow Land or at the end of it. But she says,
oh, I listened to that.
yeah, she goes, all right, I'm going to put this on my cassette. Then I'm going to
Yeah.
run it down onto a CD. Oh, I'm so high tech.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We played Jolene, your cover of Jolene on this podcast once.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No, when
A lot of kids kind of think that's my song now. That's what I like doing about
that's
covers.
funny,
I
right?
think you were talking about that Cornell tribute at one point also. And
Yeah.
that's what I love. My fans, they wouldn't really know unless
that
I
music.
introduced it to
Right.
them. And that's something that I really love. And that happened recently with Midnight Sky and Stevie Nicks. There's a sample of Edge of 17, which I got blessed by her to be able to allow me to do it. I had another melody, a B melody. It's definitely below a B because it's not Edge of 17, which is my top 5 favorite song ever. And she said, you can borrow from me anytime, which
that's awesome.
so cool. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
She's a
got to be
mentor.
pretty badass to be able to be in contact and to collaborate with all
Yeah.
these amazing artists.
And I went
that
on the
you were
road with
famed-
Joan Jett for a little while
Oh,
too, and she was
wow.
on tour with the Who. I went and hung out with her for a little while.
That's
and,
amazing.
Even if I'd show up there and I'd maybe been partying too much, and she would yell at her manager Kenny, who's been her manager and in her band from the beginning. Kenny, we got to get her some Mexican food or something. Look at her, she's like she's gonna break in half. And all of a sudden all this food starts showing up to my room, and I think she's probably seen not just in her own band, but
Yeah. She's seen everything.
I think she's seen everything.
She's
And I
seen
think she's seen it go the wrong way. You know how we're
Yeah.
talking about whether you swim or drown. I think she's
Yeah.
seen a lot more people drown, and so she always tries to feed me.
But that's where it's got to be really hard if you're a woman like her who's been there, done that, and then you see some young girl coming up, and you're like, "Damn, this lady right now is in the waves,"
Mm-hmm.
and you've been in the waves many times where that ship is rocking back and forth, and you don't know which way it's going to go.
Yeah.
When you're a 17-year-old kid and you're doing a lot of mushrooms and smoking a lot of pot, and also you're super fucking famous, and really people can't tell you shit.
Yeah.
Which is part of the problem.
I know. That's why my mom's the best. I didn't understand she was the best at the time. She'd still take my
Yeah.
cell phone. I'm like, how can you take it? I'm paying for it. And she's like, I gave you life. Shut up. And
But
yeah, my
this-
mom still took my cell phone until I was almost 20.
You have an almost manic way of talking.
Yeah.
Your way of talking is almost like a fountain, like a crazy fountain. Like words just keep coming and ideas just keep coming.
I know.
Like how do you shut that off?
I am into a lot of these. I love the idea of these hypnosis apps. I have a lot of those on
Which
my
ones do you
phone.
use?
I like Amen clinics, so I'm all about my boy Dr.
Okay.
Amen. I listen to Headspace a lot, and I
stuff.
like Calm. I use
Great.
that a lot also.
Calm's great.
Yes, I actually, my favorite thing about Headspace is I love the sleep skates, and my favorite one is the cat marina. Because I do love boats and I do love cats, so that's a dream for me after a long day.
Does that work on you?
Yeah.
Does it calm you down?
When my house burned down, I'm not joking, the cat marina got me through. I was stranded in South Africa, and every night it'd be like, hello and good evening. You're at the cat marina. Lucky for you, you love cats. what do you love more? Boats.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, hell yeah, I'm at the Cat Marina. My house is on the ground in a million pieces, and I'll never see anything that I loved inside of again, but I'm at the fucking Cat Marina.
I'm not a doctor, but if I was, I would prescribe to you some ridiculous, rigorous exercise. I think you're like a little Ferrari, and you need to get out there on the fucking racetrack.
Well, let's go.
And I really think that.
Let's go.
I see all this fucking energy you have. I'm like, that lady's like an overflowing battery.
This is why I like to work hard, and maybe
Yes,
maybe
I'm sure.
Yeah, I love to work.
You're a thoroughbred.
I do. And when I don't work, that's when I get in trouble.
But you also got to think about there's genetics involved. You know, your father was a musician, and and then all your life being in the public eye like that and performing and working, and then just the amount of effort that you put in when you were a kid touring all the time. I mean, you're fucking geared for that shit, and I just feel like people like that, your body can betray you sometimes.
I know that.
If you don't.
I have a lot of physical pain, to be honest with you. And that's something I'm working on and trying to figure out too. And that had a lot.
You got physical pain?
Physical
What kind
pain.
of physical
My
pain?
hips really, really hurt me.